everybody. Welcome to part 2 of our Sunday shenanigans as we have a simulated version of the Super Bowl playing in the background. And if you're watching the game, you know that score ain't right. But what are you going to do? And I guess we are continuing, as Tony said in the live chat there, rocking in the free world because, well, as you can see, I'm in a free world. Sorry, everybody, but it's true.
Free world.
So
we're rocking in the free world.
Yeah.
So it's a show only for people who play pool and are the ones who rack the balls up. I got it.
There you go. So it's racking, and we're rocking about it. Where should we continue on from here?
I tell you what, I got a little observation for you.
Okay.
Now, you remember Melania, the movie?
God,
do you remember that big breakthrough movie that it was just like a winter sweet. It just filled the cinemas. Yeah, the greatest movie ever made, the greatest story ever told. Now, in the trailer for that, there was an interesting bit where Melania is talking to Trump, and he's asking her about the elections, and he says, did you see it? No,
I'll watch it later.
No, I watch it later. And similarly, there was the whole Obama and video that came out recently with them being portrayed as monkeys, and apparently Trump didn't see it. I was just wondering when Trump actually gave the movie Melania such a great must-see, he didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Because there seems to be a key thing with them is they don't watch anything. They just like put it out and shit it out and say, you got to see this. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if Trump didn't want to watch fucking 2 hours of that shit.
Here's an interesting side note. Apparently, some U.S. military commanding officers are strongly encouraging their subordinates to go see the Melania movie.
Oh, God.
And if you know anything about military speak, strongly encouraging means
your career's on the line.
If you don't go, you're screwed.
Yeah. I would say that's an illegal order.
Right?
Yeah, kind of like shooting prisoners or whatever. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So it's like this, Commander, here's a ticket to the Melania movie, and here's the toothbrush you could scrub the toilet with. Yeah. Which one do you want?
You've got 2 choices. You can go and see Melania, or you get put on a ship to go on the front line to Iran.
Torture is illegal.
Good one, Ian. Oh, that's funny. But that is like inhumane. Nobody should have to watch that stuff, Well,
what
the military? It's even worse because the people who are going to see it, even if it's at the base theater, are still having to cough up their own money to buy the tickets. It's not like the command is giving you a free ticket.
Yeah.
It's like you need to go and make this campaign contribution to Trump.
Yeah. Which is what all you're doing is helping to pay Bezos back a little bit for the bribe.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, all they're going to do is go and see, all these military guys going to see Melania trying on some different frocks.
Oh, God.
It might turn them all gay.
The word on the street is that it sold about 7 million worth of tickets for its opening weekend. But the other word on the street is a huge portion of those tickets were bought in bulk and handed out for free.
Mm.
And even then, nobody went to see the movie.
Yeah.
Just the homeless people just want to get in there and warm up.
I heard the popcorn was free.
Yeah. I'm out of the rain.
You know what? To be honest, I'd look for a piece of cardboard and stay in the rain. I just,
yeah.
Well,
All things considered,
look, I'd watch a 16:9 projection of a piece of cardboard for 2 hours.
Yeah. You get one of those fucking hats of hers, and you could shelter like an extra family in the rain while you sat there, right?
That's why they're deporting all those people. Melania doesn't want to be sheltering all these homeless families.
Yeah. Every time she goes everywhere.
It's all clear to me now.
Yeah. Every time she goes anywhere, she has all these young immigrant children hiding under her hat.
It's got a concentration camp.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. Okay. So, okay, where do we go here? I got one because I thought this was unbelievable.
Of course it is.
Yeah. So a little while ago, we reported, Dunk, you remember, BMW did the subscription to the heated seats in their car.
Mm-hmm.
And that went over about as well as,
concrete dirigible?
Yeah, concrete. Yeah, it was like a volcanic eruption destroying a town, right? It didn't go over very well.
Don't tell me that they've added a subscription service to the steering wheel.
Oh, well, it's getting worse. So even after the heated seat debacle, BMW has now committed to its shareholders, yes, that they are committed to subscription models in the future, and they will be permeating the BMW car owning experience. Is it got to the point where BMW actually understands that the wealthy that buy their cars just don't care anymore because the wealth is coming so thick and fast that they don't mind wasting it? Is that what's going on? Because one thing that's going to happen is people that aren't at that high of wealth but are close enough to it to own like a used BMW, they are not BMW customers anymore because nobody's going to buy a car that has heated seats in it that they can't use without signing up for a subscription. And this is what the truth of this model is. It's not so much for the initial buyer, because if the subscription model per month works out to the same cost as buying the heated seats, but it's only for 3 years, well, you're not going to have the car longer than that anyway. You don't care. What BMW and other companies are doing this for is to fleece the used market. That's what's truly going on here.
Yeah, because I was literally just going to bring that up as you were saying it. Thankfully, I'll let you finish because it is the used market where a lot of BMW users get their cars from. They're not buying the new ones. They love to play.
That's right.
That's right. And getting the secondhand ones, and
yeah. So
Jesus.
So what happens with all of these leased and expensive whatnot BMW cars when they come off the first ownership market of the lease and then usually head to the auctions where the used people buy them up and then put them on the lot for sale? Well, nobody's going to want a car that comes with an overhead of about $80 in subscriptions just to have what the previous owner had. Who's going to do that? So what I propose is they don't care because they've already sold the car. And this makes their cars less valuable on the used market. The people that own them originally, they'll just leasing them for the most part. So again, they don't care either, right? And where do you end up? Where BMWs aren't on the used market and they're just literally junked afterwards. And it's just landfill. These cars will be worth 4 years and done.
There's an interesting thing that was coming out in the UK about vehicle tax, road tax, where they're increasing road tax to like £764 a year from like 200, it is now. But they're putting it onto cars that are, just basic family cars. You know, there might be odds. You know, things like Ford Mondeo or you know, the Ford Galaxy and stuff like that. Just ordinary family cars. So they're putting the road tax up on these cars, which is probably more than the value of the car.
Yeah, yeah.
But the car is still perfectly fine,
right?
And it just puts it into that kind of like balance of financing for people who own these things.
That's
is it worth me paying this amount of money for a perfectly working car?
Yeah.
And they have to just like there's nothing else they can do but apart from dump it.
Yeah.
The country of Singapore has a very interesting law regarding automobiles, which is the older the car is, the higher the taxes on it are.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you buy a new car, your tax is the minimum. Every year you own it, your tax rate goes up on that car.
Right.
And this is intended to force people to sell off their old cars and buy new ones, because that puts money back into the economy.
Yeah.
And then the person buy old used car is, he's going to load it onto a trailer and haul it up into Malaya or Thailand or something and sell it there where that law doesn't exist.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Commander, in Singapore, nobody's driving those used cars anyway, right? They're just making sure they get exported quick enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're trying very hard to get people to use public transit.
They have to, right?
Yeah. One of the ways you do it is you make the cost of owning a car prohibitively expensive, except for the very wealthy.
Yeah.
I mean, what pisses me off is that a lot of this is under the guise of environmentalism.
Oh, big time.
And it isn't. Yeah. Don't fucking lie in our faces.
Yeah. Especially when you start doing this with EVs that have really big batteries and stuff, because the recycle and the ecological footprint of that vehicle is even more so than a petrol engine car or whatever at that point, right?
Well, they're already removing the incentives to buy an EV car.
We're bringing them back.
Car tax and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, oh no, you're going to get it the same as everybody else. Well, what was the fucking point then?
Yeah. You know, we're bringing them back in Canada. We got some incentives coming back, and it's tying in with opening our market to the Japanese or Chinese market a little bit. Carney's doing this, our prime minister right now. Now, I have a very mixed feeling about this because the Chinese EV market is so heavily subsidized by the Chinese government that it's not a fair playing field, and they can offer better cars at lower prices, and it's truly disruptive, and it's not helpful to North American jobs and whatnot. But and Carney's only opened the door to like 50,000 vehicles to start with. It's not very many or anything, right? You know, but
again, these are Chinese cars. What is the life expectancy of these cars?
Well, they're all electric, so I would say 6-7 years tops, because judging by what I understand by some of these Chinese electrics, they don't quite have the battery management and conditioning systems, temperature-wise and whatnot, that you truly need in the Canadian market to make those battery systems last a long time and be very useful. Because up here, batteries take a hit, man. We got real winter and shit, you know what I mean? It's not like living in, Arizona or something, you know.
But there's also the thing. I mean, it's a kind of a stupid thing, you know. I was buying a new battery for my Dyson Hoover,
right?
Vacuum cleaner, and Amazon had loads and loads of listings of of replacements,
right?
And they're all just coming from China. And then you look at the reviews, it lasted like 3 weeks and it died. And obviously you see the horrendous videos of charging a battery shit, and it would just burn your fucking house down.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very disconcerting, you know, especially when you're talking about a bloody EV car coming from China. I mean, how
safe
is it?
Remember, Kia, it was only like a year ago or so, Dunk, we were doing the reports on it. Kia had battery issues that were so bad in their vehicles that they were advising people to park their cars on the road and not in their garages at night.
Or next door.
Yeah. And that's Kia Hyundai, who have, shot up in popularity over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Park your car next to the HOA president's house.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Don't get me started on those bricks. Wow.
I mean, the thing is, my car's a big fucking ass diesel, but I'm pretty sure that when I look out the window, it's not bursting into flames all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You do not want bursting into flames. It's not productive to getting to work in the morning.
No. I've seen plane, trains, and automobiles. I don't know. Let's see how that works out on the road when the car bursts into flames.
So let me direct us into something here that America, please pay attention to. It's called House Bill 2481, State of Washington, 69th Legislature, 2026 regular session. It is an act relating to prohibiting surveillance-based price discrimination and surge pricing for retail goods, adding a new section to the Chapter 43.33W, creating a new section providing expiration dates as well. But basically, there's a bill going through the House. I'm shocked that this is happening with the Trump administration in power right now, but there is a bill that will make it so this surge pricing, if you're not sure what I'm talking about here, what's going on is, have you noticed those new price tags that are everywhere and every now and then you see a light flash on them? They're not paper. They're not little sticker tags or whatever. They're e-ink displays, exactly like you'd see in a Kobo e-reader or an Amazon Kindle or whatever. And if it's a really hot day and people are buying ice cream sandwiches and they notice that it's really selling, they'll put the price up. And they can do it remotely with these little tags. They don't even need to go put somebody out there to do it. And this bill is fighting that. So again, it is House Bill 2481, easy to look up. Please do what you can to call and support this through your local, regional, national levels of government as an American, because holy God, is this important.
How much you want to make a bet Mike Johnson is opposed to the bill and will try to squash it in committee?
I think he has surge pricing on the belt buckle he wears. And Donald Trump always gets the lowest price.
But yeah, don't come cheap.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of push against this bill. Representatives Foss, Paulette, Berry, Stearns, Reeves, and a few others are all in on this. There's a decent amount of support, but nowhere near enough yet to make it happen. And this has to happen. We cannot be treated this way. We should not have to pay a higher price just because it's a hot day and you want a fucking ice cream. An ice cream is worth what an ice cream is worth. I hate it. So support the bill. Support the bill. Again, it's House Bill 2481. Big deal. I could go through it and really tell you all about it, but it's dry as all hell, but we need it. We need it big time.
Just reminds me of that video of that little girl in the UK who's complaining about the prices of the ice cream from the ice cream van.
Oh, wow. Really?
Have you not seen it? It's
no.
She has a real rant because she goes to go try and buy an ice cream from the ice cream van. It's like, what those prices are?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll shut up.
What about the Waymo thing? I don't have that page. Damn it.
Well, it's pretty straightforward. They had a hearing with the CEO of Waymo. And he was being questioned under oath about the the AI in the cars, and he was skipping around stuff, but eventually he was forced to admit that Waymo cars were being assisted. I do it in air quotes. I can't do it with my avatar. Assisted by operators in the Philippines when a car was getting into a complicated situation and it needed guidance out of the situation.
Yeah. So this whole time, Waymo's been selling it as they have the true tech for autonomous vehicles. And meanwhile, they have this unbelievable war chest of people in the background just waiting to take over on their PlayStations.
Yeah. Meanwhile, taking all the jobs away from, taxi drivers and stuff in the States.
Yeah. That's a really good point, Dunk, because every one of those, I mean, I've said this many times. People, we've had self-driving cars forever. They're called taxis. Hail one,
Yeah, but people in the Philippines, they're cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you ever been there and drive in a big city? It's not the style of driving I want somebody doing if I'm in the back seat getting cruised around like Broadway or something in New York. Can you imagine if you had like a bunch of guys that drive mopeds around Vietnam or something driving those cars? You'd be driven up on the sidewalk and whatnot. It'd be fucking chaos.
With half the family strapped onto the side. And several bales of hay.
Baby grand piano on the roof. What about the story of Savannah Guthrie and her family and this whole kidnapping and stuff?
I briefly saw a little bit about that. Tell us more.
Well, so they just did a little blurb to social media, and the message was, "We have received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay."
No. You have to take a few steps back.
Yeah. Story. Yeah. Well, I wanted to put that part in. That's their response to what's going on. So, what's going on is Nancy Guthrie was discovered missing when she didn't attend a Sunday church on 1st of February, and some of the other members grew concerned.
Hang on, Dick.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, Savannah Guthrie is a fairly popular morning show host here in the U.S.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good call.
Mother, which is the one you were talking about, Nancy Guthrie, I think. Yeah. She went missing.
Yeah. So the mother of the host of the morning show has been like abducted. Right? Kidnapped. Why do we say kidnapped when they're like moms? But anyway,
we say abducted.
Yeah. So and authorities said that early Sunday morning, a doorbell camera in her home was disconnected and removed. At about 2:28 local time, the app connected to her pacemaker, an implanted cardiac device. Are you fucking kidding me? Was disconnected from her phone.
Oh,
that's some serious stuff, right? They said on Friday, the authorities said they were aware of a new message regarding Nancy Guthrie and were inspecting the information provided in the message for its authenticity. The facts associated here is a NBC News report, quote, the facts associated with a deadline with a monetary value they were asking for seems to be playing out. So this definitely does seem to be a cash thing. The family's already released 2 previous videos saying they were willing to speak to the potential kidnappers, and they wanted proof that their mother was alive. On Thursday, Cameron Guthrie, the son of the missing woman, confirmed the family had no direct contact with the kidnappers. And the FBI did arrest one individual regarding a fake ransom note. And Savannah Guthrie there again was saying, look, she's without any medicine. She needs it to survive. This is like, if you haven't thought this through, this is bigger than you might have thought.
Well, I would contend that they did think it through. They have a clear indication, I think, that this was a carefully researched abduction.
It seems to be.
Well, to disable the camera, the security doorbell camera and everything, they had to know how to do that and get that frequency. That's not too complicated, but to know that you have to disable the link between the phone
and the pacemaker.
Yeah. That means they really did their research.
Exactly. That is a really, really good point, because you don't just figure that out, right?
Yeah. Now, since my father had one of those, to explain to people, the link to the phone does not control the pacemaker. What that does is it's sending a signal to the phone to alert your doctor if the pacemaker has to go into use, if it activates to re-stimulate your heart to start beating again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like disconnecting it means she immediately suffered a heart attack and died.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. The pacemaker still functions without that connection.
Yeah. And then Trump says, I think we're doing very well, meaning we have some clues. And I think we have that are very strong. And I think we could have some answers coming up very soon. In other words, he has no fucking clue.
No fucking clue. I'll tell you one thing. I should just point out.
He feels it's important to insert himself into anything where he might get airtime.
Yes, exactly.
Can we just point out at this time that ICE agents aren't being paid? I'm taking my conspiracy hat off. And just saying, just saying. Yep. ICE agents might know.
Yep. Yeah.
They need their cash.
It's some ugly shit, man. I can't believe this is happening, right? And it really, really sounds to me like you've got somebody that's somewhat being targeted because of views and stances and stuff, as well as, the family's going to have the money to pay. Right? I can totally see that coming out of this, which really sucks,
Yeah. Yeah, nabbing some random granny off the street kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's no way that you're going to, unless you get totally lucky, there's no way the family's going to be able to cough up enough money to make that kind of work.
Yeah.
Worth the effort.
Exactly.
But to hit Savannah Guthrie's mom, she's fairly wealthy, and CBS is going to be behind her too. So.
Yep. Corporate insurances and this and that and so on. Yeah. There's going to be some money on the table. Absolutely. It's really, really awful to see. That's the kind of thing that we're supposed to be hearing from other countries, not the ones we live in.
What's interesting is my understanding is this was in Texas, and it's fairly near the border.
Yeah.
And we do know that the cartels do run kidnapping for profit schemes down there fairly regularly.
Huge, actually. Yeah.
Right. So this would be...
What an escalation that would be.
It's a big escalation, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that this is something organized by one of the cartels.
And, you can even...
Backed by the CIA.
But you can, with all the rhetoric in Mexico, Canada, and stuff and whatnot, I mean, you could almost see a cartel going, you know what? Fuck this. Let's get ourselves a yank,
Yeah. I got a few names they could probably grab out of the US that would make people happy.
Dumph. So, on President Trump, the federal judge has reversed the freeze that Trump put. It was the 16 billion with the rail links connecting New York and New Jersey. And
God.
Yeah, so let's touch on what was holding up that money. Because the reports have come out, and why did Trump stop the funds for that huge investment that would be so important to everybody? Because he wanted I can't believe I have to say this, but he wanted, is it Dulles Airport and Penn Station named after him, or he would not release the funds.
Yeah. Tell you what, we'll rename the airport that twat Trump.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not giving you the money until you name it after me.
Yeah, Trump is a cunt train station.
Oh, that would have been a good one, right?
What a fucking dickhead.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
No, it's the kind of petty behavior you expect from a malignant narcissist like him.
Yeah. You know what, Commander? It's absolutely redonkulous, unbelievable until you factor in what we know of him from this second administration over this year, and it's absolutely believable.
It's abhorrent and not surprising, all at the same time.
Yeah. So at least the judge has gotten in, because my response to this report was going to be, well, just name it after him and then change it after. Like, who cares? Get the money and then, But at least somebody's got an ounce of thought going on here.
Yeah. Just put the name up, but just like tack it on with Velcro.
Yeah.
So you can just put it off.
Yeah. One of the people that's really deeply involved in this under anonymity talked to Politico, and they were like, well, there was nothing to trade. It's not like we could do that. It was stupid. So they all just had to sit there and I guess it's going to take 3 more years until this guy's out of office. But the judges have finally stepped in. Surprising with how much control that Trump seems to have over some of the, big shot judges.
Again, this is a situation where thousands of people are losing their jobs while working on this project. And and it's like, does Trump care? Doesn't give a shit.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not even close. Which is even worse, So, oh God. Oh, have you guys heard this one? Russian spy satellites have intercepted EU communications satellites. Now, hear me again. They have not intercepted EU communications, but Russian satellites in orbit have intercepted EU satellites.
As in, knock them down.
Yeah, well, not knock them down, but just, did maneuvers to show that they could get to them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so here's the little thing. European security officials were talking about 2 Russian space vehicles, and they have intercepted the communications of at least a dozen key satellites over the continent. The likely interceptions, which have not previously been reported, were not because of, ground stuff or anything, but it's because of these 2 Russian satellites that are literally getting dry, kind of driven over and, hey, go and see what this satellite's up to. They were so close that they could have crashed. They shadowed European satellites more intensively over the past 3 years at a high time of tension, right, since the invasion of the sovereign lands of Ukraine. And now they seem to be upping the ante. They seem to be, we're using the names as we track them of Luch 1 and Luch 2, Luch. And they've been carrying out repeated suspicious maneuvers while in orbit lately. Very risky close approaches to some of the most important geostationary satellites for the EU. Geostationary mean, they stay where they are and, above the place. According to some orbital data and ground-based telescopic observations, they have lingered nearby for weeks at a time, particularly over the last 3 years. They've been really ramping this up. They're both suspected of doing SIGINT, so signal intelligence business, and very much, flying hackers, right? I'm not sure that people really, like, over the last 15 years, if you've watched any shows like The Universe, How the Universe Works, Space's Deepest Secrets, and so on, they every so often have somebody from like Space Command or something come in and talk about how dependent modern action and defense is on space. These kinds of situations, Commander, with this kind of thing going on in space with the satellites, could have unbelievable ramifications, couldn't it?
It extends well beyond the military sphere as well. Mm-hmm. Virtually all civil aviation is linked in with GPS.
Yep.
So that's something you worry about. I know that it's used in interstate trucking, long-haul trucking kind of stuff as well.
Yep.
I believe railroads use it extensively. So all of that kind of stuff is potentially at risk. Now, it depends on what European satellite you're talking about. What was the original intent of that? Is it a photography satellite, used to monitor the weather or something?
Right.
I don't think it's so much that the Russians are trying to intercept signals that go to those satellites as it is that they're trying to send a message.
To me, Commander, what's going on here isn't so much we're going to hack your ass. It's we could take that satellite out if we have to.
Yeah.
Right. Very much.
That's very much kind of like the Russian playbook. When they take aircraft into airspace that they shouldn't be in, and surrounding ships and all kinds of stuff. This is kind of a Russian playbook of intimidation. They've been doing that forever.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be ignored. That's for sure.
Yeah. Commander Prankster in the chat says Lutch there, the names of these satellites, means pretty much beam or ray, which makes it sound very weaponized. Well,
it's been one of the things that has been, a big concern prior to any military organizations that were running their own satellite nets, was that the Russians had anti-satellite satellites.
Yeah. And it also seems like China does as well.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't really take much to take a satellite down.
We have some too.
And sorry, you guys both stepped on each other there. I didn't hear either one of you.
I was just saying it doesn't take much to take a satellite down.
Yeah, right. Yep. They're not reinforced. They're not armor plated, right?
In fact, because they're very thin-skinned, so you can get more electronics up with them.
Yes.
You can honestly just discharge a bunch of what amounts to sand in the general direction of the satellite that you want to take out, and speeds they're traveling at, wacko.
Yeah. Here's a little thing that's going around social media right now. I want to show you. Alchemist in the chat there sent this in. U.S. Capitol Police are going to be doing an exercise February 9th, 2026, Monday at 6 a.m., working with federal partners on a routine training exercise on the grounds of the U.S. Capitol.
Oh.
Yeah, low-flying.
You see emergency vehicles and low-flying helicopters.
Yeah.
I thought the Capitol was completely saved, Mr. President.
Yeah.
You said that there's nothing to be. There's no crime. There's nothing going on in the Capitol anymore because we cleared it all out, and everything is safe now, and then everybody can go to restaurants, which are all shut down because no one's go to them.
Yeah, he said if he could walk more than 50 feet with the weight of those cankles, he'd walk down the street safely, right? So, where are we here? What do we got for time?
10, 15 minutes or so.
Oh, well, we got to be done. We got to be done in about 5 minutes, actually. Because I have to actually make a supper for my son. He wants a specific thing, and I'm gonna be late. But what are you gonna do, right? You know. So, anything to wrap up with before we go here?
Nope.
What have we got here? We got a strange thing. New rules for YouTube reaction videos. Will prevent people from doing, taking clips from YouTube videos and doing reaction videos. So less of that. So
yeah, and the way it was written was if you download from YouTube to do a reaction video, people are going to start looking for you because you're downloading it. But if you just play it from YouTube, you might be okay, you might not. It's this weird thing. It's a law. Like this could be a big deal. So if you're a YouTuber and you do reaction videos, get a hold of us in the background because we have a YouTube downloader we could hook you up with. Hey, it's in Canada. What are they going to do, right?
You know what? I could just do without. Yeah, I could do with less reaction videos.
Yeah.
I don't need it. Just show the original thing, thank you. Just give me the link to the original thing, I'll react myself. Yeah, strange that I don't need someone else to react for me.
Yeah.
Oh, watching Star Wars for the first time. Yeah, I did that in 1977. I don't need to watch you doing it. Flipping idiots.
Oh, I'm just hooking up somebody with ours. At this point, I don't even know where to leave you. The world is mad. It's gone absolutely crazy, but you don't have to play. So what I suggest is you stand up and you tell madness that it's madness. You tell jerk-offs they're jerk-offs, and you tell morons they're morons, and you tell the Trump regime that you don't want it, you don't like it, and it can go fuck itself. Because I think that's about the best advice I can give you right now. And always fight subscriptions. You got to own your shit. Fuck this. Oh, we're going to get demonetized now for sure. I'm getting pissy.
Yeah, fight subscriptions. But subscribe to this channel, though.
There you go. And give it a like and give us a share as well. Hit share, give us a shout on social media and tell people that, hey, this is a great place to get drunk. Well,
you know what? Subscribe to this channel costs you nothing. And it doesn't affect your car seat warmers in your BMW.
That's right.
One bit.
It does affect your credit rating, but it's probably worth it.
No, your cool rating. Your cool rating.
So, thanks for joining us. Huge thanks to the mod team here. We got Mexi Girl tonight. We got Shayna Caldwell, PJ CNET, Jose, AI Alchemist, Liam Wakefield, and Super Chat Matt. Thanks, guys. Couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, and let's give a big shout out to the big, fat, orange fucking fuck gibbon in the White House. Because without him, we'd have no material.
Certainly haven't reduced for that. That's for sure.
Join us soon, everybody. We'll be back Thursday for a pub chat on Shills Live channel, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday for our usual content around here. Be there or be square.
Just be square.
Probably a good idea.
Oh, that was weird. Be omnidirectional.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.